Yo, what's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? All right, so we had ourselves one hell of a fantastic daily close for Bitcoin again today. Not too bad, guys. Not too bad. Closed above 114K 2 days in a row. That's what we want to see. Can we go for three tomorrow? Let's see if we can three-peat, baby. Let's three-peat. Got to stay inside this golden pocket here till we make our next leg up. All right, what do we got? One super chat to start the stream. My guy, Candyman. I don't know about you, but I've thought about running away more as an adult than I ever did as a child. Believe me, my friend, I am with you on that one. Amen to that. This is one heck of a slow stream today. Holy smokes, guys. Only 76 people here. 19 likes. Oh my goodness. I'm going to hang up on you guys. Hit the like button. What's going on out there, guys? Leo, good to see you, buddy. Ari's in the house. Ari's in the house. Guys, make sure you hit the like and subscribe on the way in. Hey, Rob, I have about 20 million Miria. When the time comes to sell, how many sell orders should I do? Ask me over on the Patreon, and I will help you, my friend. Stable. We should be nearing the end of the bull cycle soon. We are up above 110K and soon to be October. Yeah, if you mean that we're about to start the parabolic phase of the bull run, I would agree for Bitcoin first, not the altcoins. Bitcoin needs to go parabolic first, right? And I feel like a lot of people are forgetting that. Carlos, Swift is having a nice day. Yes, it is, up 5.6%. I'll take it, my friend. I will take it. Pete, my dude, just stopping by to get all the latest and greatest from the man himself. Pete, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. Thanks for popping in. Carlos says, Rob is the best crypto YouTuber. Can I get an amen to that? Absolutely. Thank you, man. Strawberry Dragon, good evening, Robin. Future millionaires. What's going on, Strawberry? Good to see you. Ray, what's up, buddy? I'm so waiting to experience my first bull run. Blessings to the whole community and you and your family. Thank you, Ray. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. No house, or house says no like, no bull run. Hit the like button, guys. H Barbarina in the house. What's going on? James K, what's up, buddy? Isaac, first Pokemon of the day. What's happening, Lick a Tongue? Good to see you, buddy. Anthony's in the house. Bruno, good to see you, man. Big C, what's happening? Big things popping, little things stopping. There she is. Gamma Goddess. Let's get this money. Amen to that. Will, what's up, man? Bull run. Let's get it. Gamma says, hit the likes, fam. Toby, what's going on, man? What are your thoughts on Miria popping off soon? Miria will be one of the later projects to pop off. The Web3 gaming narrative will be a little bit later in the parabolic phase of the cycle, in my opinion. Picked up some Avantis and a Zebek. Nice. That's a couple of wins right there, my guy. Gain, what's going on? Will job reports come out tomorrow? No, I believe they come out on the 3rd. They come out on the 3rd. Light Warrior, happy to see you, brother. Smash the like button. Absolutely. Just watched Lark. He's sticking to things going crazy deep in 2026. Yeah, well, I mean, those people are what we like to call wrong, right? So, all right, we're all caught up in the chat already, guys. That is how slow it is tonight. Ari says hit the like button. Absolutely. Yeah, let's get some engagement up, guys. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We got 111 people watching. We got 37 likes. Let's get those likes up to 100, guys. I know it's going to be a battle with so few of us here, but we can do it. Gain says, will October bring alts to some same label as last? Yes, I think so, man. But here's the thing. I think the beginning of October, maybe the first week, the first couple of days, so many people are convinced that October is going to go parabolic that I think we're going to see a little bit of a shakeout to start the month, right? Just to shake out those loose hands. That's what I think is going to happen. I think we're going to see a little bit of a dump just to scare people, just enough to scare people, and then we're going to start going up. That's what I think is going to happen. So don't get shaken out. Chris, what's up, buddy? Thanks for everything, Rob. Hope your family's doing better. Been buying the dip. Thinking about the rip. Amen to that. Lizzie, hey Rob, continued prayers for a lifetime. You and your crypto. Thank you so much, Lizzie. I appreciate you. Nicholas, what's up, big dog? Good to see you, buddy. Over the Top is in the house. So DCA first week. Yeah, that's what it's going to look like for me anyway. Right now, I am not staking my XCN, Will. No, I'm not staking it right now. But I have no problem staking it right now. Since there's no lockup period, I think it's perfectly fine to do. Chris says, lunch money, brother. There you go, man. I appreciate you, my guy. I appreciate you. Could always use a little bit of lunch money. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of groceries. James, what's up, man? Rob, are you going to give an update exit plan? Are you still have the same? My exit plan hasn't changed, my friend. It hasn't changed yet. If and when it does, most certainly I will update it. Pitt's going to be a monster. Oh, I agree, Penny Packer. I agree. So many people are sleeping on Pitt. It's going to melt faces, man. Candyman says, because it's slow here, number 2, my wife told me to take a spider out instead of killing him. Went out, had a few drinks. Nice guy. He's a web designer. That's a creative one, brother. That's a creative one. I like that one. Yes, it is slow in here tonight. It is slow in here. So thank you so much, Candyman, for thinking of me. Can Swift do 10 cents? Oh, absolutely. I think it can. That's a little over a 10x from where it is now. That's easy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. What do we got? Charmander's in the house. Second Pokemon of the day. Charmander gracing us with his presence. Absolutely fantastic. Jasmine to 10 cents before December. Hell yeah. Let's get it done. Big C says, Rob, can you pull up the chart on Avantis, brother? I picked up at a low recently. Sure, man. Sure. Why not? Why not? Let me actually just hang on. Let me see where Zebek closed as well. Where did we close, Zebek? All right, I got to refresh this here. We closed just outside the bull flag, guys. We did close outside the bull flag and above 204. Zebek might be ready to go on a monster move here, guys. If we can get the confirmation of the breakout, this could be juicy. This could be juicy. But you want to see Avantis, don't you? Yes, you do. Yeah, so Avantis just holding support. Not surprising after such a big move it had. You've got support right about there. We're just a hair below it, actually. 1 cent 2.4 area. You're just a hair below it, but I mean, you had resistance here. You've moved up. For me, I mean, I think Avantis is going to come down a little bit further. You could come down to around $1.12, or you could come down to $1.01, or just a hair under $1.01. So basically $1. I think you could come down and retest $1, to be honest with you, man. So if it does, just DCA, right? Not financial advice, but yeah, that's what I would do. Surf Armory, what's up, man? He says, what's up, y'all? Good to see your spirits up. Oh, Rob, the prayers are kicking in. LFG and Pico are going to be radical. Let's get this money, baby. Absolutely, man. Ari, I'm ready for life-changing wealth. Come on, Pith, Moonwell, and Wormhole, baby. Absolutely. Zebek is the future of payday. Absolutely, Will. Amen to that. David, what's up, buddy? Hey, Rob, thanks for being here through your tough times. Hang in there. Thank you so much, David. I appreciate you, man. It's a nice distraction. It is a nice distraction. BTC Fib box shows max yellow line at about 500K and blue box 180K. Where do you think the latest? Where do you think we're about this? Honestly, Gain, I think that the top. I don't think that Bitcoin's top going any higher than somewhere between about $150,000 to $180,000 is the top for me. I don't think we're seeing 180, or sorry, not 180, 500,000. I don't think we're seeing those numbers in this cycle, right? I think 150, maybe 200K on a wick. That's about as high as I think we're going in this cycle. I could be wrong, but that's how I see it playing out. Carlos, can't wait for the next bear market. And sorry, to start my bags with Rob. Were you around during the bear market, Rob? Yeah, we're going to be starting a fresh portfolio together over on the Patreon in the bear market, guys. That's going to be so much fun, man. I'm really, really looking forward to that. I got a thing about starting with a clean slate. You know, I don't know. Isaac, is the breakout on Zebek still 2068? Let's go back over to Zebek. Well, I mean, the breakout for this bull flag is 204. If you can see, we've got this massive bull flag here, right? We got to break above. If we can get a move above 20423-ish, 204, yeah, 20423 area. Our next stop's going to be right up here around 2047, and then 205, 2068 is your top. Yeah, that's where we topped. So that's when we're going to go into price discovery mode, really. So, but we do have some levels of resistance to break through first. But this bull flag breakout should be, this bull flag breakout is pretty juicy. If we go from the bottom, we're going to come up just short of resistance, just short of 2068 area. So, yeah. But that's going to be a monster move, man. If that plays out, if that bull flag breakout plays out from where we are right now, I mean, you're looking at a move around of about 66.66%. And if we hit resistance here, you're looking at a move with 71% move to the upside for Zebek. That's a juicy little move, man. Jesus, I have 2 bags, XCN and Swift, about 5 million between the both of them. I'm hoping they reach 30 cents. Well, hey, you got a good chance, my friend. You got a better chance with Swift hitting 30 cents than you do XCN, though. Will, what's up, buddy? Also prayers. So I also pray the sword of the Spirit over you and your family. Thank you so much, Will. Prayers are so powerful. They really, really are. House Hippo has been MIA. Need a House Hippo pumps again. Actually, Daryl, I played the House Hippo video in this afternoon's live stream, and Bitcoin recovered all the way back up to 114,000. So we did see the House Hippo pump this afternoon. Anthony, thank you so much, my friend. Greatly appreciate it. Isaac, thank you for being you. Also, do you think we will see some of our conservative price targets before Christmas? Yes, I really do, Isaac. I really do. I think that Q4 is going to be fantastic. Divine Vibes, increase my Swift bag 50%. Nice. That's a big move, my friend. I like it. Fortune favors the bold. Carlos, Rob, how low do you see Bitcoin retracing in the bear market? 70%. So if we have a top somewhere between 150 to 200K, you're probably looking at about a $40,000 to $60,000 Bitcoin at the bottom of the bear market, roughly. Howdy, Rob. I'm ready for the no sleep zone. Let's go. Gain. So if it gets to 150K, will it send alt parabolic like 2021, or it needs to go higher for the? No. It will send alts parabolic. Absolutely, it will. Candyman, what's up, man? Here's the thing, guys, that a lot of people misunderstand about it. It doesn't really, like, it matters how high Bitcoin goes. Like, if Bitcoin goes to 150 or 250, altcoins are still going to go parabolic. And here's one of the main reasons why. Because when general retail starts to pour into the space, right? All of the part-timers, the newbies, whatever you want to call them, right? When retail starts to pour into the space, most of them look at Bitcoin and they say $150,000, $200,000, That's too expensive. I can't even buy one full Bitcoin. That's the perspective that they have. It's not correct, but it is the perspective that they have. So they start looking at what? Smaller cap coins. They start looking for projects with ROI in them still. And that is why the altcoins start to go parabolic, because all that fresh capital starts flowing into the alts. And you also have people taking their profits out of Bitcoin and rotating that capital into the alts as well. So that compounds into altcoin season, right? Gotta sleep. It's 2:30 a.m. Gain, get some sleep, my friend. Thanks for popping in, man. Sari, thanks, Rob, for a swing trade. For your swing trades. Anyone not in the swing trade tier is missing out. Listening to Rob is like having an ATM machine. There you go. Absolutely, Sherry. Thank you so much. Richard, hey, Rob, any thoughts on the U.S. Senate Committee and Finance hearing? I think it's going to be more of a nothing burger, to be honest with you. I really don't think much about it. It's not even going to happen. From what I understand, the lockout starts tomorrow, so we're not even having that. That's not even going to. It's scheduled, but it's not going to take place, right? So, but either way, it will take place eventually, and I think it's more of a nothing burger. How's the Forda chart looking these days? Forda, I haven't looked at Forda's chart in a long time. I have my massive bag of Forda. I put it aside, and I just kind of forgot about it. Yeah, Forda. Look at that. Have we bottomed on Forda or what? Look at that. Oof. I still haven't lost my conviction in Forda, though. It does not change my conviction. Let's bring it down a little bit. I got my bag and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, talk about a downward structure here. What do you have a head and shoulders pattern playing out here? Is that what's going on here? A little bit, maybe. I don't know. Let's go down to the lower time frames and have a looky-loo here. Let's go to the 12-hour. And you've got your massive spikes. Yeah, I mean, just kind of trending sideways, to be honest. We're in a massive zone. But hopefully we've bottomed. If we haven't, I'll buy more. Tell you that much. Let's throw on some fibs. What do we got? Yeah, we're well below the 236 even. Getting back up above the 236 in itself is a monster move, up to about 14 cents 18. Not bad. I'd say we're probably pretty close to bottomed out on Forda, in my opinion. When it starts to move, I would say your target area is going to be, if you can get back up to your golden pocket, your 786 and your 618, I mean, you're looking at 29 cents to about 36 cents. So I think Ford is going to surprise some people, man. We have Fridge. Appreciate you, brother. I appreciate you too, man. Thank you, man. Paul, what's up, buddy? I didn't abandon you just over DC8. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you, man. What else do we have? Beebs, what's happening, my guy? Good to see you, brother. How's Maria's chart? Happy evening. Can you say why you think Cookie's a good project to stay in? Big bag, but I feel like it's not hype anymore. You know what, Benjamin? You shouldn't be investing based on hype anyways, right? It's a solid AI project. It's got an entire arsenal of AI tools on their website, and I think it's really, one of one in my opinion, right? The fundamentals are good. Even if we go look at let's go have a look at the tokenomics and stuff like that as well. Cat just broke in my office. Yeah, also, if you're looking at Cookie's tokenomics, absolutely amazing tokenomics. Right? Look at that. 1 billion max supply, 61% of supply is in circulation, and they're not dumping a bunch into circulation between now and the end of the bull run. So, yeah, not to mention their utility, just all around a good. I mean, you don't have to hold it if you don't want to. Not financial advice. I sure as hell am not dumping my cookie bags. Hell to the no. Where are we? Where are we here? Kind of got lost. Supra is almost free at this point. It's taking quite the dive. Yeah, no kidding. There was some FUD that took a hit on, and I think it'll come back. It's not gonna, it's not gonna go nuts or anything into like $5, but I think Supra's gonna do really, really well. Nevertheless, even if you get Supra back up around 5 to 10 cents, I mean that's a win, right? So. Oh my goodness, we're finally caught up in the chat. That got crazy, eh? All of a sudden out of nowhere, it was like really dead, and then all of a sudden the chat just started going nuts. Okay, let's see what we got going on today. Actually, my voice is kind of tired, so let's get into a Squawk Box clip. All right, so the idea that the Fed should be cutting aggressively strikes me as inept. Okay.
For a look at the economy following last week's PCE report. To join us right now is Carlisle Head of Global Research, Jason Thomas. Good morning to you, sir. I think we're all trying to figure out where we really are. So where are we?
Well, I think when you look at the PCE report, I think the first point to make is that the Fed has not hit its inflation target in now 54 months. That's quite a long time. There are about 3 million children who are enrolled in elementary school in the United States who have been born since the Fed last hit its inflation target. Just to put that in perspective.
So this is you're in the indictment camp of the Federal Reserve.
No. I think that the length of time is something that we should appreciate. Secondly, very often you hear people say 3%, 2%. What's the difference? But I think we should appreciate that this excess inflation we're observing today is coming on top of what has already been a 20% increase in the consumer price level. So, this is, I think there's a callousness to trivializing excess inflation at this point, again, given how much the prices
You say trivial. Why do you say it's being trivialized?
Well, I think that there's, of course, push for rate cuts.
Right.
And it's, there's measurement errors. Or, again, if it rounds to less than 3%, it's just 2.9% on core PCE. It's very often you'll hear people say it's 2 and change to sort of imply that we're really much closer to the 2% target than we are. And of course, we spend so much time talking about tariffs. Tariffs only cover, slightly less than 20% of the categories in the PCE index.
Okay, so what do you think is driving all this then? So you don't think, so you're saying that tariffs are not the problem?
No, I don't think that's reflected in the data. For example, services unaffected by tariffs continue to increase at a 3.5% annualized rate. That's about 125 basis points from where it was prior to the pandemic. You have the super core, of course, that the Fed supposedly focused on very closely. That's still at 3.3%. Most recently, it was the highest since February.
So are you suggesting they should be raising rates? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, not at all. But I think that this asymmetry, that the next move in rates is down, and the speed with which rate cuts will come. This seems a little aggressive given where we are in the broader inflation.
Aggressive to have one cut is all we've seen at this point, though. And
sure.
Chairman Powell said that this is a risk move to make sure that we're not missing it. So your expectation is maybe they ratchet things down from here.
I think that they should take some time and digest this. I think also, in many ways, you have two big policy shifts. Of course, tariffs. Mm-hmm. But then also border enforcement, broader immigration. In both cases, you have what is equivalent to a supply shock, negative supply shock. To the extent that you're actually cutting rates, you're accommodating that, perhaps making it easier to raise prices, perhaps having upward pressure on wages. So I think, again, allowing the economy to absorb this new reality, find a new equilibrium is probably the path that'd be more consistent with the price stability goal of the Fed.
So at this point in the ball game, not what you think should happen, what do you think will happen over, let's call it, the next 12 months?
Well, I think that the idea that the Fed should be cutting aggressively in the face of what is the largest concentrated CapEx boom in at least 25 years, strikes me as inapt.
Right.
So again,
And I
that's
should
what
say that's coming from a private equity firm that typically likes low interest rates.
well,
Right. So what do the folks at the firm say about all this?
Well, no, I think low rates would be fantastic. But the idea, I think, is that you want low rates to come in the context of inflation that's back to target, because that is what is going to really have a sustainable decline in rates, not just short rates, but also pulling down on the long end of the curve. If you're too aggressive, if you move too soon, you may actually have an unwanted upward move in yields, as we saw last year. You cut by 100 basis points, and then you had what was equivalent to a 100 basis point rise at the long end of the curve. You don't want that to happen again.
Throw in unemployment into this picture.
Well,
I mean, because that's a big piece. It sounds like what's driving Jay Powell's thinking.
Sure. I think that, again, it's a question of you have right now, you have a inflation target, 2%. Again, I don't know how seriously that's taken, but that's there. You have a maximum employment goal. At some point, there also may be a third objective for the Fed, which is to help stabilize public finances. I think that is, people talk about Fed independence. One person's independence is another person's unaccountability. These are sort of word games. But what I do think we're going to see over the next couple of years is the incorporation of a third target. So right now, you have the employment that is a maximum employment goal that is a reason to keep rates lower. And eventually we may also have concerns about public finances, just lower interest rates paid on the debt. That is another reason to keep rates lower.
So I get all of that. But what I guess I'm stuck is, it sounds to me like in a perfect world, you'd actually raise interest rates.
No. I think, again, right now, when you look at forward curve, you have an expectation that rates will fall to 3% by the end of next year. Again, that doesn't seem consistent with this CapEx boom that we're observing.
Right.
You have unemployment that is 0.1% away from what the Fed considers its target, 4.2% in the S&P. So this just seems to be an environment where rates closer to 4% than 3% is what would be more
Can I throw out
natural.
one last thing? I know we're going to run out of time. What happens if the tariffs are deemed to be illegal?
I think there's lots of other statutory authorities the president possesses that you can make reference to those. So, I mean, there's a question of rebates. There's a lot of complexities, but I do suspect that the president will be able to, 1962 Trade Act, 1974. So this is a
There's
question.
things he could do for 15 months at a time, and
and roll it over. And
you just say roll them forever. It could just roll forever.
I think that the president is vested with really extraordinary and broad authorities when it comes to the ability to impose tariffs. And I think people shouldn't get too excited if the 1977 Act is ruled to be inapplicable for this
and a lot of the
specific set of
things he's
tariffs.
doing now are under these special sectors, like considerations for.
That's right.
Right.
Exactly. And so, again, I
kind
think
of shifted their policy attack on
people shouldn't get too excited if these are struck down, because there's other avenues, other mechanisms.
Absolutely. Okay, what do we have here? Benjamin, thanks. Love my cookies. Just needed a little co-signing. Hey, absolutely, brother. Absolutely. Big Mike, where you been, brother? Good to see you, man. Big Mike's always got my back. Good to see you, man. Good to see you, my guy. Did we get a close on BTC? Yes, we did, Beebs. We needed to continue to close above 13,500, or for me, 114,000, and we have continued to do so. And Bitcoin's actually trying to climb right now, $114,472. Very nice, very, very nice. Richard, I've already answered that question about the U.S. Senate committee. I think that it's a nothing burger, personally. Funky says no more pew-pews for Canada. Time to move, Rob. Yes, absolutely. Time to move to Alberta. Let's go. All right, guys. So Bitcoin's trying to climb. Listen, I got to go put my son to bed and stuff. So I will see you guys tomorrow at 1 p.m. Actually, no, I won't. I will not be live tomorrow at 1 p.m. I have an appointment. So I will be live at 8 p.m. Central tomorrow night. So make sure you guys join me for that. And yeah, get over to the Patreon, guys. Join our trading group. We absolutely nailed a short overnight last night on Wormhole, and we opened a new trade today. So you're gonna want to check that out, guys. And we drop daily trades there. So if you want to learn how to make that extra cheddar, get over to the trading group. All of our training courses are free as a Patreon member as well. So come and learn from the latest and greatest in trading. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. We'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.